Welcome back. This is the most interesting part of the training or the lesson. Let's close the opened files and we will work on this. And then we will learn about object-oriented programming. And I call it OOP.py. If I get lost at some point, I should use some reference. So I should open actually the 30 days of Python. So where is it? Actually here. Okay, good. And then I just open it here and keep it here, and we will come to here. Maybe it's better if we read this part together. Python is an object-oriented programming language. What does that mean, object-oriented? We will talk about that a bit later. Everything in Python is an object. What does that really mean? I may just open CMD and Python here, and if I write something like, okay, then if I write a number, num10, right? And then if I say type and num, as you can see, the class, it's an int type and it's a class, it says, really, the class int. So it has actually class int, the name here. Okay, how about if I write a name and a string, maybe my name, and then, okay, type of this name, everything. It's okay, let's do some list of numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then if you check the type and list, yeah, that's actually, you may turn off the webcam, I think. Did you? Yeah, good, please. Yeah, so that means everything is actually an object. That's good. So that's what I tried to explain in this part. Then creating a class in Python. To create a class, we need the keyword class, actually. Some words are actually reserved in Python. So I think we can check the reserved words, keywords, print, and key words. How do we? I think I forgot how to. Python key words list. Oh, okay. Do we have to import this? Okay. Import keyword and keyword list. Just to see the number of keyword or all the keywords. So as you can see, you can import the keyword and then print keyword. The list will give you all the reserved words of Python. As you can see, false, none, true, and operate as, assert, async, await, break, and class. Now I'm using the class continue. Do you remember continue and break when we use a loop? Def when we declare function, delete whenever we want to delete, a leave, else. These are related to conditional, except, final, and this is used to exception, lambda. We have used lambda in to check membership operation, import module. So I think we have covered most of them, but you don't have to know them by heart right now anyway. So the point here is, remember, some words, I mean some terms are actually keywords or predefined words. Class is actually a keyword that we use to create a class, and class names are a bit different from variable names or function names. If you remember, we used to use snake case, a snake case, when we were declaring variables and functions. In this case, in Python, in object-oriented programming, we use camel case. So camel case, that means we start with uppercase, and if it's two word, the next word should also be uppercase. Yeah. So how do we declare, for instance, a dog? So class, and then we say a dog, something, and then something like this, colon. We are creating a block, and then something like this. Then we write here. If you don't have anything to write, you can just pass. And now, how about if I print the dog in here? Yes, let's see what we have in the dog. Yeah, the class is, yeah, it's main class, and the name is actually dog. Okay, how about if it has name, and the name is Puffy or whatever, or I don't know, it's such a strange name, right? And let's see, can we get that name? So what you should do is just print dog dot name. Can we access? Yes, you can actually access that. The puffy. Okay, so yeah, it's a strange name, but actually we managed to access that dog's name. Yeah, but I mean, can we make more dogs based on this? To do that, we have to use actually a constructor. A constructor is actually a function that allows us to create the blueprint. So let's see. Def underscore underscore init underscore underscore and then self. Well, you can call this x self or this, but it's better to use self. And then something like this. And then you can pass here anything you want. For instance, name. Instead, I have used the name already. Maybe I can use age, breed, age, and color. Yeah. And then what we should do here, we can say self dot breed, and then with the breed. I will explain this, what we are doing actually. Self dot age, age. And then color self dot color, color. So what we're trying to do here, actually, now we don't need pass because we have something. We are attaching, when we will create the dog object, we should pass this values, these properties. Now, these are properties of the dog. Now, if I want to create a method for the dog, for instance, get dog info, right? And then again, I should have a self. Self is a must in every method. Do I need to pass another argument? No, I don't need. Then what I would like to return is actually something like this. I can return, for instance, just the breed. I can just this, no, this, sorry, I'm thinking now in JavaScript. Self breed. Self means, hey, refer to this dog. So if we are just saying self, so it accesses the breed what we have in this. So how does it happen? So let's create dog one. And how do you create the object? So I'm about to say dog. Have you seen now I am invoking it? I'm using two parentheses. We call this instantiation. Let's imagine that we have saying that the architect created the blueprint of the design of your building, and now it's actually the dog is related to the architect design. And now you're about to build based on your design. Now this is the object. Okay, and then we should give it a name for the breed. What breed we maybe X breed or some husky, whatever. I don't know if that's the breed, or maybe age, maybe 5. And then the color is actually brown, something like this. Okay, now we managed to create actually an object. Print D1. Let's see what we get. Yeah, actually, yeah, we are actually printing some object. Can we access something? What's the breed? Something like that. Just breed. Okay. As you can see, I managed to get it. It's Husky. Okay. Can we get also print D1 and then the age? Of course, I can get. Yeah, 5. But how about print D1 again? The color. Yeah, but I can even maybe print it in a better, in elegant way. F, something like this. If you do remember the string interpolation, I can say, here's the dog's information. I can say here is the dog information. The dog's info. And then I can say the breed is something like that. And the age is something, again, self.age. And the color self.color. And then I can just go down here, print D1, and then I can say get docs information. And then as you can see now, this is the method. You've been using different methods. Right now, you have created your own first method. And let's see, here is the dog's info. The breed is Husky, the age is 5, and the color is brown. Great. Yeah, I think this is your first class, and the name of the class is the dog. This is not very important. It's a very global, but this is important. Your constructor function, a function that you should have to make your class actually usable. Unless otherwise it will be like, I mean, just ordinary code. So we have here properties. How many properties do we have? At least we have now 3 properties: breed, age, and color. And then we attached these properties to the class. The self refers to the class dog. For instance, if I am sitting in my office here, and if I say this, it's referred to this office, this house. Yeah. So when we are saying this self, sorry, I'm just confusing the self and this. This is actually in other programming language. So self is in Python, okay? If I say self, I'm referring to this dog. Okay, good. Let's move on. Okay. There should be some webcam on. Is that Jeremy or something better? Like, um, because I think list of students might be displayed. I don't know. Okay, good. Now, yeah, great. Thank you. Um, where was I? So we have created this. Now I think it's better if we make this more robust. So I want to create a new class, and then I got that class. I want to say that class person. Yeah, and as I told you, just use pass for the time being, and let's see what we get just by printing person. Now, this person is not an object. I'm just printing the class itself. Yeah, person it will be. How about if I instantiate P1 and now person? So, but this is an object because you create object from a class by instantiating, calling the class you is instantiating. Then P1, and let's see what we get out there. And let's see. Yeah, it says also this one is the class, but this one is, as you can see, the object. That's great. But now let's make meaning for this class did I tell you the constructor init function, init, and then underscore again self. And then I think I want to have my first name here, and then last name of anyone, and then maybe a country, maybe country. That would be enough for the time being. And then let's link or connect these properties with the class person. So how do we refer it with the self? Self, first name, and then first name, this first name. Now I'm creating a new property to this, and then assigning this value that I am going to get from the object to this self, and then last name and last name, and then self dot country, and then country. Okay, now let's create. Now, if I run this, there will be an error. Yeah. Why? Because this object, have you seen when I hover, it's expecting actually this value. First name, last name, country. This object require the first name, it require the last name, and the country. Yes, great. And now let's print. Yeah, you don't see anything yet, but at least I can now, from P1, if I want first name, I can access actually the properties or the attributes, yeah, one by one if I want. Now I got the first name, and now I can access the last name, and country. And let's see. That's great. Do we have a method in here? Do we have a method? You guys tell me. Do we have a method? We don't have. Only we have the constructor function. We don't have any methods. Can you tell me how many properties or attributes do we have already for this person?
3.
Yes, great. We have 3 attributes. Now let's create our first method, and we call it get full name. Yeah, full name of this person. And then whenever also we create actually this method, we should have this self. And then do we need any other parameters? No, we don't need. Then I can say, how do we create actually full name by concatenating first name and last self, first name plus last self, last name. And now let's just print that out. Print P1 get full name. Okay. Did I call it? Where was I? Oh, I didn't call it invoke. I should invoke it like that because it's a method, it's a function. Yeah, it's like this, but I don't want it to be like that. Either I can do this plus and or string interpolation. Yeah, this should solve that problem. This would be so easy, yeah? My name, that's good actually. Yes, now how about full information, gate full, yeah? Gate def, gate person info. It's not just the person name, person info. Then maybe we can say, his name is, I can say, return, if something like that. His name is my name. How do I get my full name actually? I can get my full name like this. Full name, I can say self get full name like that. So in another method, you can also access this method. Why did I use self? Hey, from this class, give me the full name, this one. Yeah, this is how you call it. And then I pass the full name value here. Let's print out if it's working step by step already. Gate person info, I believe it works already. Yeah, he's a 78 That's really good. How old is he? But we didn't put age. I think age is so important most of the time in my lesson for some reason. Self dot age, and then age, we have to attach it. And then, of course, I am known for 250. And let's just put that value again. So we can here, is, and then again, self dot age. Years old. Then he lives in self dot tree. Okay, good. Now let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. So this allows us to get. We can also get just, but now I think this function is not robust. Maybe we can make it more robust. So maybe if there's more information, let's see. Yeah, that's good. That's what we have done here. Maybe like just to make it more robust, we can also add city here or somewhere, city. And then of course we have to attach it here, south and city, and then I just his lives in again south, and then comma, something like that. Yeah. If I print, oh, we destroyed it because we forgot to include the city here. Yes, like that. What did it say? As you can see, missing one required positional argument. Yeah, it was actually required, but we didn't put it. Why is it something like that? Let's see. What's wrong with the, in Helsinki, we have solve. No, there's no need of comma there. Yes, it was strange. Anyway, so object creating object, as you can see, we have done something like this. Yes. Yeah, maybe actually now, as a person, I can add actually places, places that this person visits, self dot places. Now, the places that you visit would be, are they going to be a list or are they going to be number? It's going to be a kind of, yeah. So maybe at, at some point you didn't have places that you visited. So we can add actually def add place, and then self, and then the place itself, the place that you visited. Okay, then I can say self dot places append, and then the place, as you can see. Now, maybe, for instance, you've been around, maybe I believe that you've been a person one should add place, and maybe has been in Estonia, and maybe he was, let's just print this first, print P1, and then places. Let's see, is the place added already? As you can see, he was in Estonia already. Now let me just add more places. That was, yeah, you don't add places like in one go, right? You places step by step. So you've been in Estonia, and of course in Finland, and you've been also in Sweden, and maybe you've been also in Denmark. If you've been in Denmark, then why not? You didn't in Norway. Okay, let's now print. Have you seen? Estonia, Finland, Sweden, and Denmark, and Norway. So the places that Maybe then how about if we add some method for this person, we can say places here. He has visited. He has visited. And then I can say, what was this? Places dot, no, not like that. Len, and then places. Not places like that. I forgot to use the stuff. Places, and then outside places. Now, if I run actually this after adding, if I run this at the end, let's see. Yeah, he has actually visited 5 places. And if we want, actually, we can, they are something like that. We can actually, do you remember the join method? For instance, if you have a list, let me show you something. I think, yeah, if you have this something, how do you change this to a string, just a normal string? I will show you now, okay? If you have a list like this, actually you can join it like this. If you remember when we learned, you just create something like this and join with the join method, and then you just created something like this. But I think in English, we need this comma, something like that, right? Finland, Estonia, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. So I think I will make use of this. So what I should put it, where do a list of places, I could say, and something like that. And then I say, place, he has visited this place, such as, and then I just inject this places. Now, when I'm just writing places, I don't need self because I'm referring to this one. This, I didn't use self because I'm referring to this one, not from this. Now, as you can see, I have my name and my age, and then actually places such as Estonia, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, I'm not going to add and Norway. I will leave this minor fix for you. It might not be minor fix, it's a good challenge for you, okay? Instead of, like, as you can see, based on the English grammar, we need and here, okay? You can do that. Oh, I think this is all about class. So a class should have a name. And to create a class, we should have this constructor method or function. So inside the constructor, we should have this property, the self, all the time. And then the attributes. For instance, this person right now needs the first name, last name, city, country, and age. Yeah. And also default property places that visited. For instance, that was for me. And if you want to create person two, and then person two will have like John, and then Doe, and he was, I think his last name, first name, last name, how does it go? I think he was in Sweden. Let's make Sweden, and then Stockholm, and then let's go. I think he's 21 or something. Yeah. Then based on, then I want to just give this value again and change it to, how about if we change this P1 to P2, like this, P2. And then first name, last name, country, get full name, but instead of Estonia, this person wants to really go a bit far, Thailand, and maybe Egypt, and I think I wrote Egypt differently. And okay, go to somewhere China and went to Japan and Korea or something. I don't know. Yeah, he just wants to travel anyway. Okay, so let's check this person. Yeah, based on our blueprint, he's John Dahl. He's 21 years old. He lives in Sweden, Stockholm. He has visited 5 places such as Estonia, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. But how about if we change this person to someone, a female, and it will have a problem actually. Okay, if instead of John Doe, if we change this name, maybe Melissa or something, Melissa. Lisa, and her name would be, I don't know, Robert. I don't know, and say that this person is from the United States Kingdom. And then this place is going to be in London or somewhere, and the age is gonna be maybe 24. And then everything remained the same, and this person came to Finland and then went to Egypt and maybe Nigeria, and then all the way to somewhere. That's good enough already. Okay, let's see this. Oh yeah, he is Melissa Robert. As you can see, we have now a gender problem. Okay, yeah, our blueprint is like, I mean, it doesn't know gender. It doesn't differentiate a male from female, or yeah. So we have to fix that later. Okay, we will create a bit smarter method. So I think that's all about class, the constructor function, this one, and you have seen how to attach the properties or the attributes to the class like this using the self, and you have learned how to actually create different methods, class methods. Now we will learn inheritance. Inheritance, I think it would be better if we just pause it for some time. So we will continue inheritance, and now you have a very good understanding of creating class using the constructor function and also creating different methods in class. Now let's do inheritance. Yeah, inheritance is actually maybe how about if we read this? Using inheritance, we can reuse parent class code. If you have a code, a parent code already, you can just inherit everything. So in that case, you can avoid repetition, so reuse. Inheritance allows us to define a class that inherits all the methods and properties from parent class. The parent class or super or base class is the class which gives all the methods and properties. Child class is the class that inherits from another or parent class. I think it's repetition. So let's create a student class by inheriting from person class. So we do this. Okay, I will show you. So I don't remove this, but maybe I think commenting out most of the object. We may need one object, okay? I think the first object. I think the first object is just me, a property of my information. So now let's go all the way down here and maybe create inheritance. Oh yeah, so the inheritance, I will call it class. And then the name of the class is going to be student. How do we inherit? You just pass it like this. Person, like this. That's what you need to do. And then, are we going to write anything here? No, I just do not want to add anything. Yeah, we are done with the inheritance here. Yeah, you're done. So can we create a new student? Let's create a new student, S1. And we call it student. This is how we create an object. Maybe the name is gonna be maybe James and his family name is James Robert, and then he lives again in UK, United Kingdom, and he's a Londoner. Okay, London, and his age is actually again 25. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the person info. So, I mean, the student's info. Read student one, and now get info, right? Get person info. We have the method. Okay. Have you seen when I'm just uh, wrote dot, I saw get person info. Now look at this. Yeah. He's James Robert. He is 25 years old. He lives in United Kingdom, London. He has visited 0 places such as, but guys, our code has a problem. If the person didn't visit anything, we don't show this one. No need to show this one, maybe. Yeah? Yeah. No need to show. Yeah, we will fix that. But at least, yeah, let's imagine the parent didn't have that smart method, but this one should fix this. Maybe we should fix this, and also we should fix the gender. Okay. But as you can see, we acquire all the properties. We acquired all the methods. Yeah. Just by doing this. Maybe then what's the purpose? Actually, to use the existing code and add some features. Okay, then if I write then the def, the in this init, have you seen this Visual Studio Code is super smart. I mean, like right away, just finish my code, but I don't want it to be like that. I just delete it and write it manually. Init and then self again, and then I will repeat all the properties. So it was first name, last name, the order also first name, last name, and country, and then the age, I would say. What? I think now I'm mixing things. Country, city, and then age, something like that. And then what we should do is we have this super, yeah, super a built-in function that allow us, and then with the super we can actually super now how do we attach there? I think I want to see, yeah, init, yes. So with super dot init under underscore init, and then we should give all this property. Where? By doing this, again, it works. As you can see, still it works. Yeah, great. Because now we allowed it to be inherited like this. But now I want to add here maybe gender. How about if I want to have gender property? So gender doesn't exist in the parent, and now I'm adding a new property. So after this, I should say self, gender, and gender. I'm attaching new property for this one because I want to categorize my students based on their gender, you know, and maybe this person also had skills, yeah, skills, and then I could say self dot skills. When my students join, let's imagine they don't have any skills, and I'm just creating an empty list. So then I should have the first method I should add, actually add def add a skill. Yeah, and I should have this. Did I tell you that self should be there in all methods? Then I have to add additional argument, that is a skill, the skill that we should append. Self skills append, and then the skill this argument. Great. Yeah. So now let's see how many skills does this person have. Print s1 dot add a skill, and then if I say maybe do you have Python. I think you should have Python already, right? Yeah, but this is not what I do. Actually, here is the place where I do the adding, and then we should say print S1 and then skills. I have to know skills. Yeah, because I forgot also here the gender, male, Gypsy is male. Yeah, Python. Oh, good. Maybe we can add also more skills. And now maybe you may have MySQL. By the way, I want you to do a self-learning of HTML. And I want you to do also a self-learning of CSS because we are going to build a web application using Python. And I want you also to do a self-learning of MySQL. I will give you the resource. Okay. Now let's check this. Python, HTML, CSS, and MySQL. Yeah, the skills of this person. Instead, we can also just check def get skills instead. The get skills should have just self, and then what we just return the skills as in a form of maybe self dot skills. Maybe if we want them to be like more like this. Do you remember we used the join, right? To format them, join, and then we put something like this. And then if I say get skills, and it should give me actually a self is not defined. What does that mean? Oh, I think the way I write self is doesn't good look. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Doesn't really look good. Yeah. And maybe it's good to also have a space here. Yes. Great. That's great. Now, yeah, this is the additional method that we have created for this, the child student, and this one is the skill that allow us to get the skill method. The get skill method allow us to get all the skills. Okay, yeah, then maybe we have to fix this one. If we are changing this gender to someone else, female gender, female student, let me show you what is like. If I change this to Marta or maybe Lydia, and then maybe Natalie, yes, and then she lives in Finland. And then age Helsinki, and all these ages actually, guys, it's a fake age and female. Okay, and now maybe I think she knows maybe Git and GitHub. And let's just put the rest and let's see. Still it's not good idea. So now I think we should fix this function. We should fix this function. Where is it? What? We have to rewrite this function over there. So we call it overriding. We are using the same method. The name of the method is the same, and we are about to use it here with a different, with some refactoring. Okay, this will remain the same. This will be okay, and but as you can see, do we have actually gateful name? We don't have gateful name here, but we can get it from self. That's okay. Everything is okay. What the problem is only the gender. So how do we, then what we should check is actually gender or maybe pronoun, okay? Yes, then what I should do, if self.gender, if someone is actually male, then we call him here he, right? Do you remember this way of writing if condition? It's like a short circuit. And else it's going to be uh, female. Yeah, but we can actually make it longer if condition and also allow to have more gender. But for the time being, let's go for the two, the binary, the he and she. But this is going to be she, right? Okay, so now we should really change this he everywhere to pronoun, right? Maybe I think I can just select it like this. Nice. And destroy it there and pronoun. Okay, now it should work for this person. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. But yeah, but this person didn't visit any place. If there's no visited places, then let's just remove this part of the text. Yeah? Okay. Then how do we do that? So we are actually making this method smarter. So again, we can say, if self dot places, actually we have to check the length, right? So the length of this 0, 0, then we just do not, if it's 0, we just put this. Visited places. Else, what we should do, I has visited, okay. All this part should come. Something like that. So I have to use this F string also here. Of course, I can put it some separately, but I can put it here. And then I can inject this value here. Let's try. Yeah, it seems, but still there's some space. I think that's because of this one, this coming from this. Okay, I think that's minor fix, and you will have a way to fix. At least we have improved it a lot. Okay, so now we have learned actually inheritance. So how do we inherit? Actually by passing the parent here. So in this case, this is the child and the person is the parent. And then we write again all the properties of the parent, as you can see. And then we added additional property, for instance, in this case, gender, and then also skills. Yeah, we have added skills. Maybe if you want to have also points, self.points. For instance, the first time you join this class, your points are 0. All the time when you do exercise, your points are increasing by maybe 5. Let's say div add point, and this one is actually just, it doesn't need any parameter. Whatever assignment you do, actually just self dot pointers, and it should increase by just 5 all the time. So now, for instance, let's see print self 1 add point, and then like this student 1 did the first exercise, and by now he should have 5 point. Print S1 s1.points, the points collected. Let's see, I'm expecting 5. Yeah, good. I think this is good enough for classes. As you can see, overriding parent method, we have seen that. And again, congratulations for completing the class and object section.